Ladies and gentlemen, our viewers of the Young and Smart, welcome to our show today. We are privileged to have Mr. David Chalo, who is a CEO and founder of Inke Tattoos that is based in Ngara.
Yeah, Ngara.
Chalo is an artist, tattoo artist for that matter. Welcome to our show today.
Thank you so much. I'm humbled.
Yes, David, could you tell us how you began, how you got into this? Where did the interest begin?
Okay, first of all, as you have heard, my name is Chalo David. I'm 28 years old and I'm an artist, tattoo artist specifically. Beginning tattooing, when I was very young, I used to have this interest of, drawing, doing art. It was a deep interest, to put whatever I see with my eyes on paper or on a wall or somewhere people can see. So it was a driven thing from when I was very young, when I was a kid. I used to love drawing on the walls, and I used to be spanked a lot by my parents because they used to see it like you are making the wall dirty.
The walls,
yeah. Yeah. For me it was just like expressing myself, but in a very creative way, so that I feel satisfied. It used to bring a lot of satisfaction to me. So it's a talent. I was born with it. I thank God for it. So that's how I began. I just started in nursery actually. I used to draw.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's a very long time. I just knew how I was just born to do art. Yeah.
Were you in art class all the way?
Yeah, in high school. In high school, I was in art class. Yeah, I did art because I wanted to associate myself with anything to do with art. Yeah, that's me. I was just like, if there's art or anything art-based, find me there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And what is your background in terms of your training, and how does it lead to?
The tattoo part.
Your work, yes.
Yeah. Okay, after high school, I was so much driven to do something artistically. I was I wasn't focused on doing these other things. People when you after school they say you go I don't know, driving, computer. Me, I was like, I need to do something artistically. And when I was in Form 2, I was like, I love this art that is put on skin. I wanted to know how does it come that somebody can draw an art and then it lives on somebody like forever, and then your art is like living. So after high school I had to walk around. I'm from Eldoret, so I walked around in town, in Eldoret town, and I was like, I wanted to find somebody who can do it, and then I just stay with them. So I found this guy in Eldoret. He's called Eric Mambura. He's actually the guy who taught me everything I know about tattooing.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I stayed with him. He loved my art. In fact, when I went to him, I just took my art, the one I was doing in high school. The paper, every bit of art. So I took the art to him, and he was amazed. He was like, hey, you are young and you're doing awesome job. So he's like, you can come, you can be coming, I can teach you how to do this tattooing in a better way.
Yes.
So I stayed with him for 1 year, 1 year. So
okay.
Under his tutelage.
So how is the training like?
The training is like,
because tattoos involve pain,
a lot of pain,
the needles and all that.
First of all, I wasn't accustomed to putting art on, and then it involves pain. I used to think it's not that painful. Of course it's not painful if you are really good at it. It's supposed not to hurt. So the guy taught me how to sanitize your equipment, how to be to make sure that the art is actually clean and it's not as painful as people think.
Okay.
Yeah. So it requires a lot of training, so that you become better at it.
Okay. But what about formal training?
Formal
in terms
training
of maybe college.
college. Okay. After high school, I was with Eric Mambura for 1 year, and then I joined Multimedia University of Kenya. to do film production and animation technology, which I majored in animation and multimedia part of it. And then I graduated last year. Yeah, so I undertook both the course and tattooing at the same time. So I was just like balancing.
Okay.
It was a bit tricky at first because being able to going to school and also tattooing, and I was also depending on the business part of the tattooing, so that I can live, because I'm not that person who will be like I'm in school and then I'm also calling my parents, hey, I need some cash for credit and upkeep. No, I didn't like that. So I was like, I want to be my own man from the start. I want just to not be dependent and do my own thing. So I never, throughout my campus high school, campus life, I never depended on my parents for anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And while on campus, you had this equipment?
Yeah, I had the equipment. Yeah, I had them. So I used to do the art. I started in the hostel rooms. So I used to tattoo my fellow students, and I take pictures, and then another person comes, and then I show him the previous work. So they are like impressed, and then they're like, yeah, we can do it. So I grew like that, from person to person, doing good work after good work. Like I used to challenge myself. The previous work should be, the current work should be better than the previous work.
Oh.
So that's how I grew up until I was able to save up some cash and open a shop in Ngara.
Now, the issue of tattoos in some cases may be seen to be controversial.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you'll find maybe someone goes for a tattoo, they have to hide it.
Yeah, I know.
Or if the parents find out, they might not be amused. So how do you navigate that? Because
of course,
I can think of a case where maybe some parents can even confront you.
Our
they
society
can accuse you of spoiling their children and things like that. I don't know how you...
Our society is slowly growing in such a way that people are becoming more self-conscious of the art part of tattooing, not the controversial part of people thinking, no, this one is so satanic, this one is you're becoming a rebel or everything. So there's a way the way I do my tattoos, it's actually just for the beauty of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just for for beauty, nothing else like cult. I don't know, this one is becoming a rebel, no.
Or yours is always
it's just
art-based.
It's just art-based. I want people to express themselves through the art. There are people who are not artistically blessed, but they want to wear the tattoo, something very good on them, other than hanging on the wall.
They would rather have it on.
They're very proud of having the art on themselves. So it's not actually controversial. The society is actually growing, and people are slowly accepting the fact that tattooing is just art.
It's art.
It doesn't have to be you look like a rebel. I don't know.
Or
and actually, I tattoo people who are like 18 and over. So I actually don't get parents coming.
Okay.
They sign.
A form.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. I think we will want to get into that, into the whole process.
Yeah.
So for now, we're going to take a short break. Don't touch that remote. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
If you not give man, I go take go. Only your love I appreciate go. If you not give man, I go take go. Baby girl, let's relate to.
Tunde kula pesa, 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 pesa. Tunde kula pesa, 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 pesa. You boy, kind of way, baby, wine for me, the kind of way, wine for me, baby, wine for me. You got me feeling some kind of way. Terra, fan ho gaya, tera hoye re jabra fan ho gaya. O tujhe dekh ke dil mein dhड़धड़ान ho gaya. मैं तुझको चुराया है खबर है कि तेरा हीरो इधर है, तेरा ध्यान किधर है, ये तेरा हीरो इधर है, तेरा ध्यान किधर है, ये तेरा हीरो इधर है.
This is your show. We talk about career planning and development.
People worship entrepreneurship. You look at entrepreneurs, you see them driving good cars, but it's not as easy as that.
It's very prudent not to postpone your dreams. If you believe in something, go for it.
They say 90% of the opportunities happen because of just showing up. Just showing up, period. If it's a tender that you're looking for, just show up, yes?
There are millions of ideas out there. The ones that do and make an effort with the little resource that you have, with the empty pockets that you have. What can you do?
Okay, viewers, welcome back. This is Young and Smart. On our show today, we're privileged to have David Chalo, who is a founder and CEO of InK Tattoos. He's a tattoo artist. Now, I want us to talk about the process. I have decided I want to get a tattoo. So
And you're 18 and
I'm
above.
18 and over. And I want to get that tattoo. Yes, I'm in your shop.
Okay, the first
Where
thing.
do I begin?
No, the first thing you come there, I have to know. We have to talk. I have to be, have those customer care skills and customer handling skills. So I have to know. We have to talk. You tell me, I have these ideas. I'm passionate about this. So I ask you questions like, what drives you? What's your passion? Why do you want to get the tattoos? Like the bottom line of you getting the tattoos. And then for me, I'll have to, gauge whether it's right for you to get the tattoo or not. Because there are people who come there and they're just like, I want to get a tattoo because I saw my friend having a tattoo. Now it's a wrong way of getting a tattoo. You should get a tattoo because you are driven. This is something you want to express. You can't write it down. Maybe you can't sing about it. You can't do anything about it. But you want to express yourself using it. Like the tattoo. So that people see it and they ask you, why is it this? Why did you do this? And then you have a good story behind it. So it's supposed to be it has a meaning.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have to know why do you want to get it? What drives you? What's your passion?
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
what do you want to communicate?
What do you want to communicate? And also which body part? And then what's your career? So it doesn't affect you in your career. You get a tattoo maybe on the face and then you go asking for a job and then they turn you away because
For example, I'll see people having tattoos on
the
their
neck. No, that is
some-
very bold.
Or
Before I do that,
on their hand. That's now where you ask them.
yeah, that's where I
What
ask,
is
are
your
you
career?
really 150% sure?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to really get the tattoo from neck upwards because, and then I tell you now, for you to go get an interview, get a job, actually it's going to be a bit hard because not everyone is like you and me.
Yeah.
We accept, it's art. That those people have really ground on now. This one is bad. Yeah.
Okay.
There are those who have very deep religious beliefs.
But it's interesting that you ask those questions because one would imagine
I
that
have to.
anyone can just walk in, they get a tattoo and they move
It's
on.
not
But
random.
It's interesting that you ask those questions. Now, essentially, what you're saying is that you are an entrepreneur.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're an entrepreneur, and maybe you could just tell us now how you
business.
you manage that, because there is the aspect of art and people expressing themselves
Yeah.
and you guiding them and but there is the entrepreneurial bit of it,
Yeah, true.
because you have to learn how to
Do it
manage
well.
your monies, pay rent, and earn a living out of the work that you do.
True.
Yes. How are you going about that?
In the beginning, when I was starting, it was just, I wanted to do art. I wanted to do this thing on skin, I wanted people to work with my art. I wanted to share my abilities, my talent with everyone in the world. It's my way of, showing gratitude to God for giving me this talent. Now, but after I finished my training with Eric Mambora in Eldoret, he told me, now, this one, you don't have to do it because you like it, it's because it's a hobby or you just want to do it. You have to make it a business too. It's a business. It's not a hobby or you just can do it because you want. Yeah. So you have to make it, a business. So you have to know. He taught me how to price tattoos. He taught me how to, grow from small bits to small bits. How to purchase different materials for tattoos. So he taught me I had to learn how to make it a business so that I can grow from it, because after I tattoo somebody, I need to replace everything I've used on them. We don't reuse needles or anything. Everything I've used on a person, I have to replace. That's why they have to pay, so that I replace everything and also I get some profit from it, so that I also need to have basic needs,
Yeah.
So it's a business. So I have to know how to price the tattoo so that it grows the business, and also I can also get something from it.
Okay. And where do you get your clearances in terms of the licensing and so forth?
Actually, in Kenya
practice?
today, there is no license for tattooing, but the artists I know in Kenya, the good ones, we are in talks. We want to come up with a process of licensing it, but because it's a business, you need to have a license from the Kenya City, Nairobi City Council. Okay. So there's the license for just the business part.
Oh, okay.
There's no license for tattooing because there's no school for that. First of all, yeah, and then we need to work on that. But
do you work closely with medical practitioners? Let's say maybe somebody who got a tattoo comes back to you and say, "Oh, I'm reacting to this," and do you ever have any cases where maybe things didn't go right? Do you work closely with people in there?
Are there cases? No, I actually, in the 5 years I've been in this business, I actually really follow all the guidelines. I have to, so that I make sure the tattoo doesn't react or get it turns out bad. So that is now the sanitary part of it. That you have to use new needles on somebody else. Clean, everything is clean on somebody. Okay. You don't. If you follow those guidelines, you'll never have cases of the tattoo is becoming bad. Okay. Yeah.
Good. Now, this show we also try to advise our viewers who are mainly young people, because here you have this talent.
Yeah.
You
don't know what to do about it.
And you have actually gone ahead to use it now to set up a business, and essentially you have become an entrepreneur based on your talent. Okay, but many of us have talents in us. We can do this or that, but we don't know what to do with it.
With them.
How were you able to come into that realization that, hey, I can actually make a living out of my talent? Yeah. We talk about the music artists, we talk about the actors, we talk about sports talent, the Victor Wanyamas, the athletes. But now here you're an artist, and you're making a living out of your talent. What would you say to young people out there?
Okay, to the young people out there and who have something to do. You can be a musician, you can be an actor, you can be very good, writing. You can be even a good driver,
A chef.
Yeah, a chef. You can be a good, dressmaker, There's something good in everyone who is born, Everyone, I always believe, like, if you are in this world, there's something unique about you that is very different from anyone else, even if it's your brother or a twin. Yeah. There's something very unique about you, something you can do that is different, or you feel good about doing it. So I can say you make it, you continue doing that thing, and then with time you'll just realize, you can make money out of it.
Okay.
Like maybe you can act, or maybe you can drive. You can become the next Patrick Njiro. Yeah. If you can sing, you can become the next these very great musicians.
Oh, like
You just need to
right.
work on it.
Yes.
And then find people who are good in whatever you're doing, and then you have to.
Some mentors.
Yeah, you look for mentors.
Yeah.
You can't grow alone. You just stay in your room and then you do everything alone. You have to get outside there. Go outside there. Look for somebody you can do whatever you're doing better.
Yes.
Let him or her mentor you. Let him talk to you.
Okay.
Stay close to them. Learn the business parts. Learn how the tricks.
Yes.
Learn how to be better.
Okay. Now, it is said every good thing, every level of success comes with some challenges. And in fact, those who succeed are the ones who are able to overcome these challenges that come their way. What are some of the challenges you have faced, and how have you been able to overcome them?
There are several challenges I've overcome. The first one is, the family, the parents accepting that now
This
you are
is
an
your work.
artist, and now you're drawing art. The art we used to see you drawing on the wall. Now you're putting it on people and walking, and then they're like, no, this one it's not religiously. I'm from a very strong religious Christian background, so they're like, hey, why are you doing this thing? I had to really talk to them. It was hard. It was a challenge. I had to tell them, okay, like for me, I'm not joining any cult, or it's not like I'm becoming a rebel. I'm just the same old, I'm just the same boy you used to know. I'm just doing it because I love it. I feel very strongly about doing
about
art.
the work.
Yeah, it's just art, nothing else. Yeah. So that was the first challenge. The other challenge is also the society, viewing you like it looks like, because you're doing tattooing, you are looked at as a bad person, or
So you have to overcome that.
You have to
stigma.
overcome the stigma of people looking at you like you are a criminal, or the work is not acceptable in the society of maybe Africa. Yeah, that is another challenge. Another challenge is, people don't want to accept the fact that, art, good art, you have to pay for good art.
Yes.
You have to, invest. If you want a very good tattoo, you have to pay
Invest
for
in
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Another challenge is also, in Kenya, we don't have the people who distribute these materials for tattooing. So actually, what I do, I ship my equipment from abroad, from US, Germany.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have to, it's a long process for you to import all those things, because I'm like, ethically, I can't do use the same things I used on you on another person. I don't feel very right about doing that. So I always make sure that I import good materials, good supplies from abroad, so that I can use for the next client. That's why the tattoo has to be a bit expensive in some cases.
Yes. What is your clientele like? Who are the people you serve?
Okay, to be honest, mostly my clientele is mostly on, they are female, they are ladies. Why? Because females they are mostly known for being more expressive of their beauty, and tattooing is just beauty. Yeah, most of them are female, and the males who come, they're just those ones also are expressive also about whatever they are feeling, whatever they're passionate about.
Okay.
They are mostly from college going upwards. And I also get professionals who may be doctors.
Okay.
Yeah. There are people who have maybe they are doctors, they are lawyers, they are engineers, but also they have that artistically spirit in them, so they want to express themselves using art. So it's broad. My clientele is broad. Yeah, but I don't do minors, the underage.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't do pregnant ladies. Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, want to thank you for appearing on our show today.
Thank you so much.
I think we have learnt a lot
I
about
appreciate
tattoos. Once again, our viewers, this is our guest today, David Chalo, CEO and founder of Inke Tattoos.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We wish you well.
I
Maybe
appreciate
before you go, one last question. Do you have a tattoo yourself?
Yeah, I have
Or do
several.
you have tattoos?
I have several.
Okay.
Yeah, I have several.
Okay. Good. I'm sure, I hope you didn't You're
I
not the
did
one
it myself.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, for you to do it on somebody else, you have to know how it feels.
Okay.
So I studied it on myself.
On yourself, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wish you well. Okay, viewers, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you next week again, same time, same place. Have a good evening.